So, good evening. We are back again. The Three Musketeers bringing the real talk. None of this, oh, the referees, we were robbed. Get out of it. Get out of here, man. Sick to death of this. Every single time this football club drops points, they blame the referee. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. And this is why this club will not win anything again. No accountability, lads. But anyway, Jez, happy Monday. Hopefully it's not as soggy and wet as it is here, mate. It's absolutely hammering down today.
It is soggy and wet here, mate, and cold, and it's dark already. I'm fine. Disappointed about yesterday. Just couldn't get it over the line again. But yeah, I see all the mutant fans out there saying it's good. Yeah, it's okay. Well, not good, but it's okay. You know, we go again. Blah 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 blah. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn that this team is not good enough and the manager is not good enough? Fed up with saying it, to be honest. You know, it's just ridiculous. Why? The other thing is, Lee, Kenny, people, you get these fans, Man United, Tottenham, Chelsea, shut up and go and talk about your own crap clubs. Yeah. All right? All the Man United fans now have got something to talk about for the next week because you sack your manager, so that will take the heat off Arsenal to go and talk about that. Or guys, should we all sit here and talk about Man United?
Yeah, in fact, you know what? Fuck it. We won't talk about Arsenal. We'll talk about Ten Hag for an hour. Then why have they not trusted the process? How you doing, Kenny? You good? How's your Monday?
Well, you know I am. I just want to say, for once, Jim finally showed everyone his nuts. He doesn't just pick on 80-year-olds and dinner ladies. He sacks unperforming managers, although it was unanimous, I heard, from the Glazers, from like the new sporting directors, unanimously they wanted to sack Ten Hag. But I've got another game I want to play. You know that Thierry Henry advert where he says, Cleo, what's the French for Vavavoom? Well, I'm going to say, Cleo, name me 10 Arsenal players who scored 50 or more goals in the Premiership. Because that was a question on one of those social media shows on Saturday. And the biggest Arsenal fan who represents our club, could only name 4 out of the 10 that he was asked. Yet he represents that.
Wow.
4?
Wow.
4. And it's 10. So anyone in the chat,
we all know who the top 3 are.
Yeah, but name me 10 or more Arsenal players who scored 50 or more goals.
Walcott's definitely there. Van Persie's there. Bergkamp's there. Bastin, Henry, right? There's 6 straight off
the Premiership.
Oh, Premiership.
Yeah.
Yeah, Walcott will be there. Van Persie will be there. Henry's there.
Yep.
I'd say Wright is there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Van Persie.
Van Persie. Saka. Yep. Yeah. Saka. Yeah.
Aubameyang.
Laka. Yeah. Fucking hell, Laka. Yeah.
Giroud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Olivier Giroud. Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez.
Adebayor.
Yeah.
It's easy, isn't it? Piece of piss. Reyes, maybe? Did Reyes score 50 in the Premier?
No, I don't think he's got 50. Perez got 50.
Yeah. There you go. Easy, isn't it? How can you only name 4?
How do you? I swear, I pray that if he ever gets invited to Mastermind, he never uses Arsenal as his specialist subject.
No.
Man says so local. Tell me you're a wind up. That's mad. Yeah, easy peasy. Yeah, I don't get it. Anyway, let's talk about Ten Hag for an hour because it's all the rage talking about our club every day, isn't it? So why don't we talk about theirs? In fact, first off, might as well start on Spurs. There's a Spurs fan that don't post any Spurs content anymore. He just sucks off Arsenal every day. So we might as well talk about Spurs first off. What did you make of Spurs at the weekend, lads? Very embarrassing. They all want their manager sacked, which is kind of funny. They're not trusting the process, yet they're telling us to trust the process. Jez, what do you make of Spurs, lads?
I've got a story for you, actually, for both of you. On the way home from the Arsenal match, I went and got me some dinner. and I was at Finsbury Park Station, and there was this group of lads, about 6 or 7 of them, and they were singing Spurs songs. And young lads, lovely lads, by the way, I got to know them, although one of them had a bit out of glasses, and I thought, all right, let me just stay away. It was lovely kids. They went, mate, what's the Arsenal score? I said, do you know it was 2-2? Then we started talking about Spurs. And he was talking about the podcast. I told him that him and his mates better watch it, and promised to watch it. But one of them is completely without any kind of prompting. Wants my guy. No, not large Don. It was a West Indian. It was a large fried chicken meal with jerk chicken wings.
Nice.
But yeah, one of them wants Ange to go. He thinks that the away form's terrible. That since he's got there, only won a handful of away games. Plus, he says he keeps on making the same tactical mistakes. So that I know at least one guy who's Ange out.
There you go. Why do they want the manager out? I mean, come on, they're in phase 2. It takes time. It takes time. You've got to give them 800 million quid, buy a dog, call it win, or trophy, or fucking, I don't know, call it something that they can't do. Yeah, peddle out a shit ton of PR. Yeah, and then just round and round and round you go for another 4 years. Like, whilst rival fans like us sit there saying, "No, come on, you got to trust the process, lads." Yeah, I think that's what I should do. I should just start making videos in every other club. I mean,
we must
all the
be
rage.
6 by now, surely.
Yeah, we're in phase 6. Yeah.
Should we be in a phase though, Jess? Because on a serious level, you think about it right now. You talk about expenditure, and and not only you got the expenditure, you got the third year's experience to challenge for the title. This is where I've got beef with Arteta. My beef with him is his negative tactics, where all the good work we did yesterday, where we played out of our skin, probably a fantastic performance, akin to PSG yesterday for about 65% of the game, is that he goes negative as soon as we go a goal up. My other problem as well is that all this garbage that we hear about referees and injuries, it seems like he has like a first 11 and then all the rest are just cannon fodder. I always thought that a top manager instills the title-winning mindset in every player. So when they come in, we shouldn't notice that Saliba wasn't playing yesterday. We shouldn't notice that Saka's been injured. It should be a case where they just put the boots on and they fit in. Because as I said before, I always talk about players like John O'Shea, Jason Park, Darren Fletcher, not Clayton Blackmore back in the day, not household names, but when there was a job doing for Man United, big games as well, horse for courses, they'll turn up and they'll have that title winning mentality because Sir Alex Ferguson installed it into all of them. You go back to the 70s, David Fairclough, eternal substitute for Liverpool under Bob Paisley, but he used to come on and score goals. And I think we shouldn't be in a situation where we're worried about losing players and that we think that we're out of title because certain players are injured or certain players are suspended. You've still got to win the games. That Liverpool side came for a draw. They did not come to do anything. So all these people were saying, "Oh, Liverpool are average, that we're levels above them." That's not the point. They didn't come to prove they're better than Arsenal. They didn't come for a win. They already got 4 points ahead of us. They knew that if they came and played expansive attacking football, what I call rock and roll grunge football, Foo Fighters, Nirvana, we'll beat them. As your friend Craig said yesterday, 3-2 Arsenal or 3-2 Liverpool. This guy ain't about that life. He's not about that life. You know what I mean? He knows that win a title is built on a strong defence. He's a negative manager like Mikel Arteta. So Arsenal missed a boat yesterday. They really missed a boat.
It's annoying, isn't it? Because we started that game so well. Yeah, Saka's goal was quality. The pass from Ben White, brilliant. Yeah, he ended Robbo's career. Like Robbo's been shit for about 18 months. But I think that was the final nail in his coffin. I don't know why they didn't play Tsimikas, if I'm honest. But it's up to them what they do. It's not our club, is it? But Saka put him on his bum. Brilliant finish. And then I'm thinking, right, cool. Now go and get another one. Now go and get another one. And then literally 5 minutes later, we're all ball watching on a corner.
Mm.
And it's like everyone raves on about our set pieces. We're the set piece kings. We've scored a whopping 2 goals off corners this season. I don't know where everyone's got this hype that we're the best set piece kings in the world. Yeah, we've literally scored 2 headers off corners. That's it. One against Spurs, one against Man City. That's it.
And yesterday, one from a free kick yesterday.
And one from a free kick yesterday. We scored directly from a free kick against PSG, which was fairly fortunate. Just trickled in. Everyone missed it and it went straight in from Saka. So, how many games we played this season? 14, 15, 16? Yeah, we're scoring a goal every 4 or 5 games from a set piece. Why is everyone raving on about it? Makes no sense. And then if you look at the last 2 games that we've played, we've conceded from set pieces. Like the Bournemouth game, brilliant goal that they scored off a corner. And then yesterday, yeah, if you actually go back and watch that goal yesterday off the corner that Van Dijk scored, 29 is facing Kelleher at the other end of the pitch. The corner's there, everyone's here, and he's facing that way. What is he looking at? Like, it makes no sense. And then he misjumps. Yeah, Diaz flicks it on. You're getting out-jumped by Diaz. Like, you're 6'4", mate. Yeah, and then Thomas Partey ball watching. Embarrassing. Yeah, absolutely embarrassing. And for me, like, that second half was shambles, mate. Yeah, I didn't even know Saka was on the pitch. Yeah, until the 28th minute into the second half. 73rd minute, I was like, wow, Saka's still on. Yeah, he had 3 touches. Don't blame him. Yeah, he shouldn't have been on the pitch in the first place. Yeah, fair play. He put a great 45 minutes in, but he probably should have been hooked then. Yeah, and people, I put that out on Twitter yesterday, and people going, oh, well, if he was the best player on the pitch, why would you sub him at half time? And these people, no, actually, they're half thick. Yeah, he was brilliant in that first half. Second half, yeah, he was a problem for us because he won't get involved. Yeah, it was like playing with 10 men yesterday. Yeah, Matty even said it. But I don't know. What do you guys think of that second half? Because I thought we were awful, mate.
Yeah, we were. We lost our intensity. I was like yourself. I was doing a watch along. I did it with Dal actually, and he made some very good comments. We came out, and I said to him, and he said to me, "Jez, you watch this. We'll go defensive here." And I went, I wouldn't be at all surprised. And I totally agree with your comment. Saka should have been taken off at half time because within 10 minutes of that second half, I said he's knackered. He's not part of the game. We're carrying him. We can't, against Liverpool, afford to carry players. Get him off. Let's stick Enquiries on right now. Give the boy a run. Yeah, he'll give you, I keep saying it, he'll give you 110%. He wants to prove himself. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. We wait and wait, and then we bring on Jesus. Sorry, that to me is negative tactics. At the end of the day, if you're playing Liverpool at home, and let's put it on the table, they're not a bad side. They're not the best. They are a decent side. And it's a team at the Emirates yesterday, as Kenny said, right? They came there looking for the point, and we should have put them to bed. 2-1 up, get the 3rd goal, and we killed them. They ain't coming back from that. But no, we didn't. It was negative football. And Lee, this is what costs us every single time. Right? We should have put them to the sword yesterday afternoon, and we just didn't do it. And it's going to cost us, people, and all those little plastics out there that keep going on. Oh, we're going to win the Champions League. Oh, we're going to win the Premier League. Wake up, smell the coffee, right? Because we ain't winning shit. We might sneak a cup, domestic cup. Yeah, I get it. I'd take it. But even if we win a domestic cup league, Kenny, right? If we only win the FA Cup or the carrier bag, I want him out. After what he has spent in money, right? What he has spent, and he's got his team, the team he wanted, right? If he doesn't win the Premier League, I'm not going to even mention the Champions League. We ain't winning that Champions League. No chance. Out you go, Arteta. Out you go. You ain't the levels that we need. Get rid of him, and let's get a proper manager that can actually, when you're 2-1 up, right, against one of the best teams in English football historically, yeah, get a manager that can get you over the line and get the 3 points. Because all the time we're at the Emirates drawing, yeah, winning shit. Fact.
No, I totally agree, mate. I totally agree. It's done. It's done. Yeah, we've sat here all summer and after the windows shut and all season saying we're going to get a lot of injuries this season. We didn't do enough. Now you're seeing people crying and bitching and moaning about all the injuries. Oh, this is a injury crisis. No, I'll tell you what is the crisis. Yeah, the recruitment. Yeah, because we didn't do enough.
But the thing is, Liverpool had injuries yesterday. You know, Jota would have played instead of Nunez. In terms of like
Alisson as well.
Alisson would have played instead of Keane Callagher, who's a bloody good goalkeeper. You know, he's probably the best number 2 in world football. And, you know, Elliott gives them an option from the bench, even though he's injured. So he hasn't got that kind of, like that other option. So they have 3 players out. Man City, I still haven't seen Kevin De Bruyne for a while. Rodri's out for the rest of the season. You know, if
Kyle Walker's out, but Oscar Bob's out.
Kyle Walker's been in and out of side. And Man United's injuries are well documented. Every team gets injuries, especially, and I've said it once and I say it 1,000 times. If you know, and you look at the fixture list, and you know that you've got an extended Champions League, you know that you've got games coming thick and fast up until February, then I'm sorry, if you don't rotate players, then you're going to get injuries. Saka, I was talking to my mate yesterday, and the first thing I said yesterday, no disrespect to Saka, no disrespect to the manager, is that he's 80% fit, and the manager's probably said to Saka, give me 65 minutes, give me 60 minutes. And that's what you got. He was up, he ran himself in the ground, and he was out for the count. And you see that, so I'm not surprised by that. But my biggest beef with Arteta is that when you talk about the negative tactics, all you've got to do is look at what happened 2 seasons ago. Miss Arteta has never got over the fact we lost the league. I think losing that league hurt him more than last season. One, because of the amount of points we were ahead in terms of going to that game against Anfield. If we had won, we would have gone 7-8 points ahead. Albeit Man City had a game in hand, which is just factual. The fact is, he doesn't say, "Oh, we didn't win the league because Saliba is out," a player with little or no experience. Arsenal lost the league because they couldn't keep clean sheets, because they were having to score 3 or 4 goals to win football matches. And then if you keep on doing that, eventually you're going to creak, i.e. the foundations are going to creak like nothing. And then what happens when the foundations creak? The roof comes off or the ceiling comes off. And that's what happened last season. And since then, we've got this defensive, safety-first football. It's no coincidence. It doesn't matter who we play. We're going to play like that. Look what happened on Tuesday. I said in my fan cam that was Arteta having basically using Shakhtar Donetsk as a kind of practice or audition for how we're going to play against Liverpool. And how we play against Shakhtar Donetsk in that second half is exactly how we play against Liverpool in that second half.
Yeah.
It was like for like. It was the fact that the crowd were up for it. It's a big game against Liverpool. Liverpool weren't going to search for that equaliser. They're going to wait for us to run out of gas, and they'll bring in the energy, which they did, and then they'll wait for one chance, take it, and then they'll close up shop. That's what it was, and that's the problem we got. We're now in a situation now that we're hoping if we beat Newcastle, we beat Chelsea, that when Liverpool and in Man City play, they take a point of each other and it brings us back into the fold. But that's, again, Newcastle away, you know exactly how Newcastle are going to play. Arsenal boasts about dark arts, you ain't seen nothing yet. When it comes to dark arts, Newcastle have written a book. In fact, they've written 3 volumes of dark arts. If you think, trust me, they've lost their last 2 games. Their players are going to be in the referees' faces from the minute 1 to injury time in the second half. They're going to be fighting for every decision. They're going to be going down. Gordon will be diving like he's going like he's on a diving board at the Bath Hornsey Road. Exactly, diving all over the place. As if he was at Ironmonger's in Ironmonger's baths or one of the swimming baths around Park Lane in Crouch End. Trust me, You ain't seen nothing yet. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to look for an Arsenal idiot to lose his shit and then get himself set off. They go to 10 men. Mick Arteta go all negative, and then we're either lose or win. So this is the situation. Arsenal can't win leagues on draws, but Arsenal, if they're the team that everyone thinks is the kind of next cab of rat to win the title, you have to be played more positively. Doesn't matter when you're down at 10 men. You still got to try and win the game. You still got attacking players, but at the end of the day, the attacking players are too tired because they're having to do defensive work on your instructions. You know, Kai Havertz, what services he had? You mean, don't get me wrong, he's no Goycrest. He's no like Erling Haaland, but he works his nuts off on scraps.
Yeah, the thing is, we ain't exactly creating a lot. Like, I can't remember their keeper making a save in the second half. I don't know if you guys can. I don't think we had a shot in the second half, did we? On target. I can't remember one. I genuinely can't remember a chance in the second half. Let me just grab these super chats quick. There's 1,000 people in here. Make sure you are subbing to Jez's channel. Statics pinned comment. Kenny's Instagram's there as well. And we need to get these likes up, guys. Not even 300 yet. Big up Jacob. He says Eric Ten Hag's finally gone. Arteta outlives another United manager. It's kind of crazy when you deep it because he's actually won 2 trophies as well in half the time. Just goes to show that they're getting their act together. Big up, man. Big up.
Sorry to cut in there, but
no, go on.
When you look about it on a cold light of day, the League Cup and FA Cup isn't good enough for a club of Man United size. It's debatable whether it's good enough for a club of our size. Sometimes. It's either.
But the League Cup's beneath a club like Arsenal, according to Don Roberts.
But a club like it's good, but the fact is, Man United have to be winning the Champions League or the league because of the size of their club. It demands it.
No, I agree. They should be like Real Madrid, mate. But they're not. Big up SG. Big up the panel. Ten Hag got sacked before Paella Pardew. Got a new contract for failure. We ain't a big club. What big club celebrates for competing? Exactly. Yeah, this fan base all crying all over the internet today about refs, mate. Yeah, I don't understand. Like every single time we lose or draw a game, it's the refs' fault. Robbed. Arsenal were robbed. How were they robbed?
Well, Kenny's mate Judges was moaning about it yesterday.
I don't understand how we were robbed. Robbed of what?
It's futile because the other day, it's like basically like sledging someone after you've got them out in cricket. You know, you've got an LBW. The umpire's put his finger up, and then when the umpire's giving him out, you're sledging him. I mean, does it make him more out? Just like in football terms, you know, as much as we cry and complain about decisions going against us, it's not going to change the results. Well, it's not like FIFA where you just, cancel the game and then play it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You just get on with it. You get on with it. If there's like an agenda against Arsenal, then we cause it ourselves. How about keeping your gob shut and stop praising Benjamin White for being a shit ass? How about keeping your mouth shut and stop praising Arsenal for the dark arts and that they're a tough team and they can finally mix it? How about keep your big mouth shut and then maybe referees will just referee the game rather than look out for Benjamin White being a shit ass and for us, using our dark arts? And how about not wasting time and pretending you were injured? Because if you did that, referees wouldn't be looking for us and give us nothing because of you being a referee, Jess. If I was in your face 24/7 and I was kept on pulling my opponent at the corner and trying to stop his runs, or every time he tackled me, I started feigning injury, or I'll foul him, but I'll do it in a slow way. The first thing you'll do is right. Anytime I get fouled, you give me nothing.
Exactly. That's how it works.
Yeah.
I just leave before you get back on. I just want to very quickly say this, right? Loads of people today crying in their beds. That referee booked an Arsenal player after the 97 minutes. Learn the laws of the game, people. All the time the referee is at the ground, right? He can book players in the changing rooms. He can book a player in the tunnel. Once that referee, the minute he arrives at the ground, to the minute he leaves, he's in control.
Facts.
So don't sit there crying about, oh, he booked Jesus because after the game he can. That's it.
I've seen people saying, "Oh, how comes they didn't VAR the disallowed goal?" Well, because they blew the fucking whistle before he kicked it in. Yeah. So it's not going to get VAR'd.
No.
These people don't know the laws of the game, mate. I swear. I'm not saying I know every single one of them, but they're not going to VAR it when the whistle was already blown. The game stopped. Then we went and put the ball in the back of the net. So why would they VAR that? Game stopped.
I thought Taylor had a good game. And he refereed good old-fashioned English game. Both of them were at it. You know, both teams were at it. Both teams, you know, Havertz was, getting in people's faces, leaving his leg out, leaving his shoulder in. He got pushed and kicked, gave it back, shook hands afterwards. Now, it's like we fight for every decision. Like, I think what it is that we've forgotten what we were like when Arsene Wenger first came to the club, when we had people like Vieira, Petit, Adams, players who regularly got sent off. Even Dennis Bergkamp was at it. I mean, everyone talks about Dennis Bergkamp, and he was at the
dirty bastard.
Dennis Bergkamp was one of the dirty player.
Yeah.
The amount of times he got sent off, and he weren't sent off he was sent off with straight red cards, elbows,
stamping on people and that,
butts, everything. Mostly elbows. And do you remember the first time he got sent off? What he did to Paul Bracewell in '97, 2-footed tackle on his kneecap.
Yeah, proper, mate. He would have got an 8-match ban for doing that now.
Yeah. So we've seemed to have forgotten that we were that kind of team, and we just got on with it, didn't cry like babies. But what's happened is that since tiki-taka under Arsene Wenger, where we became soft after Vieira left, and then Arsene Wenger started talking about players getting kicked. And let's get it right. What happened to Eduardo and Ramsey was bang out of order. Like, those players should have gone to jail, let alone get sent off. Should have gone to jail for those tackles. But since then we cry if we get touched. You know what I mean? We cry for every decision, and we need to toughen up now, because referees are not going to change their minds. They're not going to give us nothing.
Yeah, but Kenny, I'm sorry to cut in there. This notion that they ain't doing Arsenal favours and it's all it's all for the other teams, I think it's a load of bollocks anyway. Yeah, I see somebody sitting there the other day, saying that it was Henry Talks Bollocks, sitting there the other day saying it's blatantly obvious that they're helping Man City out. Right? How? Well, this is my point. Gordon dived against Man City and won a penalty this season. Yeah. He-Chan last season should have got sent off, stayed on the pitch. Yeah, it didn't get a second yellow card, and then scored the winner. The Liverpool, not Liverpool game, the Man United game, Rashford was offside. They played on, and he scored. Yeah, and they didn't call it offside. So apparently he weren't interfering or some bullshit. It was, yeah. What was the other one? There was another one as well. There was another one. Oh yeah, the Tottenham game where Grealish was clean through. They played on when Haaland got wiped out at White Hart Lane. Last minute of the game, he whips the ball over the top, gets wiped out. They play on. As soon as Grealish is through, he pulls it back for a free kick. Yeah, so people want to sit there and chat shit. I did some research on this the other day. The PGMOL is partially owned and funded by the Premier League. The same Premier League that are charging Man City of 115 charges. So what we're doing here, it's just a very easy excuse for your team being shit. Yeah, because Man City are not shit and they keep winning. Yeah, it's an easy excuse. Oh, the refs. Oh, the VAR. Why don't you call your club out? Yeah, why don't you say, how comes we've got 22-man squad instead of 25? Yeah, how comes? Yeah, we had 2 left backs sat on the bench yesterday and he didn't want to play either of them. He wanted to play a right back at left back who's just come back from injury. Why? Yeah, and then he got fucking injured, by the way. Yeah, why? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Why is it he's shoehorning 3 players out of position yesterday because he didn't want to play Zinchenko?
You know what?
He played Partey at right back. Yeah, when we could have played Ben White there. He put Ben White as centre back when we know he's shit, although I thought he did all right yesterday. Yeah. And then he's put Timber, who's a right back or centre back, at left back. Why? Because he didn't want to play Zinchenko.
Hey, even worse, Lewis Skelly came on. This is the second game in succession where Lewis Skelly has come on when Zinchenko is being fit and ready for action.
Yep.
That's another podcast in itself. What's going on with Zinchenko? He didn't even bring him on against Saxon and X, a Ukrainian team. And then Liverpool, where the onus was on us to be on the front foot and try and get a third goal, where Zinchenko was brought into the team initially because of his attacking prowess and his distribution, and he can't get a game.
It's pathetic. Yeah, and then this makes me laugh. Big up Lauren. Big up everyone in this chat as well. Make sure you smash the likes up, guys. Sub to Jez, follow Kenny, pinned comment. The amount of times I've seen Liverpool titles since that game's finished, from the usual suspects, making out that we were better. We were better. We had one shot on target second half. What are you talking about? One shot on target in the second half at home. Yeah, David Raya got booked for time wasting yesterday. Second time this season, by the way, he's been booked for time wasting. The other time was at home, funny enough, when we had 10, when we were up against, when we had 10 men against Brighton, 1-1. He was booked for time wasting in that game. Yeah, people want to chat shit all the time. Then when it comes to their club, they don't objectively look at it. Yeah, you've got people out here that support Liverpool sitting there saying, oh, yeah, well, Arsenal were better yesterday and this and this and it. What's a load of bollocks? Did they not watch the game? Well, they did. Yeah. Actually, they did watch the game, but they'll get more views if they suck Arsenal.
They're Klopp lovers. They're Kloppites. They love Jurgen Klopp.
It's not even that, Kenny. They just love the clicks. Yeah, and listen, we're all on YouTube for the clicks. I understand it, but be real with it.
I say it respectfully. How many of them spend a lot of watch Liverpool week in week? Obviously, they watch Liverpool and they watch alongs. I've got respect for that. But they. How is it that someone who doesn't even support Liverpool is sussed out how your slot is playing, sussed out and knew weeks in advance when the fixture when we knew that we were playing Liverpool yesterday that Liverpool's tactics was always going to be safety first, and yet this is your club, your manager. You've got the best defence. Do you think he's stupid enough to play like Jurgen Klopp? Where if we tonked you 4-2, you'd be screaming and shouting. The usual suspects to support Liverpool. It's a good point. That's that is a great point. You played shit, and we were better than you. We harassed you. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Apart from his corner, and apart from the fact that he put that pass for the equaliser, he was giving the ball away all the time because we pressured him into mistakes. Yeah. Pressuring the mistakes. There was one time when he shot from about 40 yards with cross shot and it went nowhere. And everyone said, "What's the point of that?" We played Alexander well. Liverpool, I always thought that to win the title, it's the art of playing really badly, be under the cost and still getting a point. Yeah, but obviously, modern football fans and modern Liverpool fans, the YouTubers who can't represent the club, ain't got a clue.
No, this is what it is. It's all about getting the maximum traction. Yeah, it's all about getting maximum traction, mate. That's all these people have gone into now, and they've realised Arsenal fans are the biggest retards on the internet. They're like, real talk, they're the most fragile fan base in world football. Yeah, so they know that they just want anything to gas them up and make up. Oh, look, even rivals say we're good. And what? Who gives a shit? Yeah. Oh, you're a very level-headed rival fan. Yeah, and then anyone who challenges that, they start deleting all their comments. Yeah, like yesterday. Yeah, there was a few usual suspects in Terry's chat deleting comments yesterday. Yeah, because people were saying, well, hang on a minute, we didn't play better than Liverpool. Yeah, the game was an even game, two average teams. Yeah, Liverpool deserved their point. We deserved a point. That's it. Yeah, that game proves to me yesterday why neither team wins the league. Yeah, because at times, Liverpool had chances to go on a counter-attack and didn't take it, and so did we. How many times did Martinelli run down the wing and then stop? Yeah, and go backwards? That was fucking winding me up in the second half. Yeah, he was shit scared of going past Kanate. Yeah, so he stopped and turned all the way back. It's like, come on, we're not playing with 10 men, mate. Have a go.
Good reason, though, Lee. For good reason. If we talk about it from a football perspective, Kanate was their best player.
Oh, he was outstanding. Yeah, but the thing is, the reason, he was told to do that. Yeah, he was told by the manager, don't carry on going. Don't, because he was on that side. Yeah, don't take him on. Don't take him. You can see Arteta waving his arms and screaming and shouting every time he got the ball. Yeah, and then the one time he did take his man on, he lost it and they scored. Yeah, broke straight up the other end and scored. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Yeah, at the end of the day, we're not playing to our maximum capabilities with this manager. Yeah, some of them players are being hindered and restricted. Yeah, Saka's playing through injury yesterday. Yeah, had a great 45 minutes, then died in the second half. He was anonymous second half. Yeah, Martinelli's been awful for 18 months, nearly 2 years. Yeah, Odegaard, everyone says we're missing. Missing what? Because when it really matters, he never fucking turns up either. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, at the end of the day, we're a good team, but we're not what people are saying we are. Yeah, when you're getting rivals gassing it up and making out we're amazing, mate, really? Yeah, I've seen people sitting there that don't support our club since yesterday saying, "Oh, this is a great title race heating up. Yeah, this title race is going to be epic. Three-way title race, mate. Aston Villa are joint on points. Yeah, Chelsea are 1 point behind. Are they in the title race then?"
I just come back to your point. Great point you just made there. A certain great Arsenal manager, George Graham, made the classic statement many years ago, right? When we nearly went invincible. And he's after that game, the Chelsea, right? He turned around and said, when we had players missing, yeah. And he made the statement of one player does not make a team.
It doesn't. It doesn't. You know, Van Dijk yesterday. Do you remember Van Dijk when he was questioned? Because when I got home, I saw Van Dijk's interview on the BBC, and he's at a match today, and I saw his interview on Sky. They were talking about Arsenal injuries, and he went, his attitude was already had 2 players out. The fact is, injuries or no injuries, referee decisions or no referee decisions, that performance was good enough to beat Liverpool. He weren't our B side, and he weren't our B side. That team, with the exception of Saliba and Odegaard, that team is still, is virtually our strongest side. The fact is, we didn't want it. We had no interest in getting that third goal, and we believed that we were good enough to see Liverpool out.
And we needed a third goal. We were screaming it all the way through the second half.
Yeah,
it was like we need to get another goal because they will score. Yeah, and we were dropping deeper and deeper and deeper. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, bang, Salah 2-2. Yeah, and if that game had gone for another 5-10 minutes, they would have won it. Yeah, let's just be real with it. And as for Arda Güler, we do miss Ozil. What do you mean? He turns up 80% of the time. That's exactly my point, bro. He turns up 80%.
Is he talking Odegaard or Ozil?
Odegaard.
Oh, well,
yeah, he turns up 80%, but the other 20% is when it really matters. Yeah, Aston Villa. Yeah, brilliant first half. When it really mattered in the second half, he was anonymous. Bayern Munich, dog shit. Yeah, good first half. Again, when it really mattered and Tuchel changed up his tactics, didn't see him again. Yeah, and them games were our 2 most important games last season. It's all well and good going and spanking up Sheffield United and Burnley and all them teams. Now, when it really matters, that guy disappears. He ain't good enough. Yeah, he really ain't good enough. He's a decent footballer. He ain't good enough to win us a title.
Yeah, but Lee, if you notice, you notice your great players. It's not players who perform at Old Trafford, Anfield, the Emirates, Etihad, Goodison Park, or Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's what they do away from home. That's when you know you're great players. And I think that's why I always had issues with Mesut Ozil, and I am becoming sceptical of what Odegaard brings to us in the big games, because I always say, away from home, don't get me wrong, he's had, against the teams we should be beating, he's been good. Those times when we were giving teams like 6 of the best, Kane is from the headmaster, he was good. But in the sort of like the 6-pointers, that's where you think, away from home, I haven't really seen Odegaard really do it. Obviously, he's done it at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, but I've never seen him do it for us at Goodison Park. He's never done it for us at Anfield.
Nope.
He's never done it for us at Etihad. I don't remember him doing it for us at Old Trafford.
Old Trafford, yeah.
And that's where the great players, I call great players. Henry, for me, is a great player. Dirk's a great player because at those grounds and those 6 pointers, they turn up. Perez is a player. And it's like if we were having a scrap in a school playground and all of our mates who are egging us on and giving us the support, we punch harder, we pull harder, we get our neck locks are stronger. But if we didn't have our mates around us, we're tentative. We don't know what to do with ourselves. And it takes a brave person to still punch with power, kick with power, headbutt with power, and give it when the odds are against him, when he ain't got his mates around him. And I look at certain players
that's not the Queensbury rules. That's not the Queensbury rules.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? We've all been in a school playground that inadvertently, when you've got your friends around you, your confidence is up. You always feel that you're going to win. The boxers fight at Wembley when they got the majority crowd on their side. That gives them probably an extra 5%. And I'm saying, Odegaard, if he wants to be remembered as a great, great player, he's got to be able to do it more away from home for me when he gets back and perform at those grounds, because that could get us over the line. But if he doesn't, then he's a good player, but not a great one.
Mm. And that's the thing. You've got to get over the line. If you want to be considered a great player, you've got to win shit. Yeah, there's only one player that started that final that we've won that's actually at this football club. Yeah, and that's Tierney, and he don't want him. Yeah, Bukayo Saka, has won an FA Cup because he played in the previous rounds, apart from the semi and the final. But I guarantee if you ask Bukayo Saka, do you count that? I guarantee he says no, because he never played in the final. He never played in the semi. Yeah, and he'll be desperate to want to win something, which is why I rate the fact he wants to play every minute of every game.
See,
at some points, you have to sit him down. Yeah.
You see him, he's got the makings of a great player, because at least he has a go and tries to make a difference away from home.
Yeah.
That's why I say him and Partey, even though Odegaard's our skipper, him and Partey are levels in terms of importance.
Yeah, I agree with that. Totally agree.
No disrespect. And that's not disrespectful. That's facts. All right, people say Saka's overrated. They're entitled to say that, because you need more from Saka. You need more goal output. But potentially, if Saka can replicate that first half, and he has done it in bits and pieces away from home, but if he wants to be a great player, and I think he wants to be a great player, here's his stage. And that once you like that, once you're a great player, that's when the Real Madrids and Barcelona's coming through. Because eventually, if he carries on and does what I think he should do and what I'm telling him to do, we'll lose him if we don't win trophies.
Yeah, but do you know what, though, Kenny? Yeah, I don't think he'll ever go to Real Madrid, because I don't think they'll ever want him. Yeah, because if you look at the wingers that they've got, Vinny Jr.'s explosive, mate. That guy is crazy good. Yeah, but then they've got Rodrigo, who I think is better. Rodrigo's better on the ball. He's better with his passing, but he's not got that explosiveness and that, like, they're both big game players. They always rock up apart from the game the other day. Yeah, but they normally rock up when it really matters. Yeah, whereas Saka, he hasn't got any explosiveness. He can't dribble around 3 or 4 players like both of them. Yeah, and he hasn't turned up in a big moment yet. So why would they want him?
Yeah, but I think age is on his side, isn't it?
I also, sorry to cut in as well, I also think, if we got rid of this manager, we've seen Saka play without this manager, and he was fucking quality. Yeah, go and look at the 5-5 at Liverpool 4 years ago, when Unai Emery was one of his last games. Saka was unbelievable in that game, dribbling, taking people on, shooting. Yeah, Martinelli as well. And then you look at them both now, and you just think, what the fuck has this manager done to these players?
Yeah,
until they turn up and do something. And this is why I get the ump with him. Saka knows he's never getting dropped. So why don't you just ignore what the manager says and take the game by the scruff of the neck sometimes?
No, but the trouble with this manager, we've seen with this manager, he's vindictive. If you think about why was Gabriel Magalhaes left out the first 3 games and Partey's playing right back? Why do you think that was? Because of our manager's thin skin. Let's not forget how Aubameyang left the club. We all know why Aubameyang left the club, because I told you the real reason why he left the club. Obviously, I agree with why he had to leave the club, because you don't do that to your manager. But this manager is kind of thin skinned. And the fact is that this manager will never allow them off the shackles, because he will argue, I let my boys off the shackles and it cost me the league in 2023.
Yeah, true. Very true. But like all it's done is make us extremely boring, extremely robotic, and extremely predictable.
Yep.
Martinelli's not going to take anyone on. And if he does, he'll just run it out of play for a goal kick.
Let's just be honest. No, it's true. It's not even. There was instances when he was up against, when he wasn't even up against Kanate, and I was saying, right, do what you used to do, get in a box and try and say, tackle me, you're there. Nothing.
Yeah. No. It turn around, slow it down, and pass it backwards. And this is what this manager has created with this team. It's a very defensive team, and that starts at the front. Yeah. 29 yesterday was at DM a lot of the game. He was at DM.
Yes.
Me, Matty, and Ola were sitting there going, what the fuck is he so deep? He's our striker. It's like, he ain't Harry Kane. It's not like he's going to get the ball and ping a 60-yard pass. It makes no sense, but he does this deliberately, this manager. Yeah, and if you think about it, right, everyone was praising us for our goals against and all of that, yeah? Right? I see people sitting there saying we could beat Chelsea's 15 goals. Yeah, record. Yeah, well, guess what? Yeah, we better go with 4 goals all the way through the rest of the season then, because we conceded 10 already. Yeah, best defense in the league ain't the best defense in the league anymore, lads.
No, that's all.
Nottingham Forest have got a better defense than us.
Who are we going to play? Are we going to play at the end of 23rd?
In fact, Tottenham, yeah, that's going to be a tough game now. Tottenham have conceded the same. Newcastle have conceded the same. That shit Man United team have conceded 1 more. Yeah, Crystal Palace have conceded 1 more. Who else is there? Brighton and Fulham have conceded 2 more. Chelsea and Aston Villa 1 more. Best defence in the league is still Liverpool. Man City have got a better defence and scored more goals. Yeah. And they're unbeaten. And they're 5 points ahead of us, by the way. The league's done, lads. We weren't winning it anyway. But to go 5, and then Liverpool 4, we've got to try and catch both of them. And we've got to go away to Anfield, and City have got to come to the Etihad. Come to the Emirates.
You know what it is? I think we just have to hope like last season when they cancel each other at Anfield. But then again, when they cancel each other at Anfield, we didn't say
drop points.
I've got to say something. 86 Danger Man. Yes, it was me jogging in Hornsey today. It was me.
There you go. You've been spotted, Kenny. You've been spotted.
Yeah. That was me, Danger Man. Sorry, Danger Man. I was going to... Yeah, 86 Danger Man. You spotted me.
Yeah, it's mad. It's just very frustrating.
Let's be honest.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not hard to spot me, is it?
Not really.
Yeah, big up London. Yeah, Liverpool do have to play City. Yeah, but if that ends in a draw, that'll put them on 24. So we'll still be 3 points behind if we win our game. Yeah, we'll be 2 points behind Liverpool. The season's done, mate. We ain't winning this title. I don't care what anyone tells me. You can be the most ardent fucking football fan out there, the most ardent Arsenal fan. Yeah, there's no way anyone can convince me we're winning this league. Can't convince me. We're not winning the Premier League. We're not winning the Champions League. So on Wednesday, this motherfucker better take that cup serious.
Yep.
He's got to take it seriously, because I think the fact is that, you know, he's got to look at Sterling, because the end of the day, it's what's the point of having Sterling here? Like, majority of people in the fan base, I suppose you two included, think he's washed and he's a waste of time. Well, unfortunately, because of the fact that we're going to have to rotate, whether Arteta wants to or not, or if you think we've got injuries, you ain't seen nothing yet if he doesn't rotate. So we've got to look at Sterling. You know, it's good. It's an opportunity to say, right, Mr. Wanyeri, show us what you've got. Show us what you're made of. And then to do Skelly, it's clear that he's above Zinchenko in the pecking order. So if we do need to use him at left back at some point in the season, we might as well, you know, put him in a cold evening in Lancashire. Those sort of games, you know what I mean? We've got to look at Neto if My gets injured. So really and truly, they can't just go through the motions. So we are going to take it seriously. And when we beat Preston, sorry, Arsenal fans, sorry for my arrogance of being overconfident, but I have high standards. So when we beat Preston, we world's oyster. We could play. We can play a top Premiership team. Who knows? Man United might beat. So Man City might beat Spurs, or vice versa. We might get one of them. Man United might beat Leicester. Well, they're going to beat Leicester now. They've got a new manager's bats. So it could be one of them. We get a big team. So
I mean, let's remember, Preston North End were 3-0 up against Plymouth, and they drew 3. You know what I'm saying? So if old Rooney can do it, I'm sure that the great Mikel Arteta can do it. You know what I'm saying?
He'll probably put 10 men behind the ball if we go 1-0 up against even Preston.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me one bit. But yeah, we've got to be taking that cup seriously, man. Yeah, we've got to be going out there to try and win that. Big up CFC Pirate. Question to you guys: what does yesterday's result mean for AFC?
Oh, that was cup tides. That was cup tides. Sorry, people.
In my opinion, you've buried the title. Yeah, I think the title's done. I think it's done. I think it was done anyway. Man City will win it. They're the only serious team in the league, and if they win it without Rodri all season, I don't want to hear no fucking excuses about injuries.
Nope.
Yeah, because that is their best player. Let's just be real with it. Everyone can say that is the best player. Yeah, how he's winning the Ballon d'Or though is a bit wild. It's a bit of a mad one for me. I don't really get how he's winning that, but it's what it is. Big up Dinesh as well. Evening, Lee and everyone. Credit to Klopp. When he knew his time was up, he left. Wenger stayed. That's the difference. Liverpool will go further. Yep. Wenger was greedy, brother. Big up to you, mate. Big up to Luke as well. It's about the money. Big up Lee, Kenny, Jez. I have a theory. I reckon the reason why Ethan is not getting no minutes is because this manager is coaching him to be a defender.
Really? Jeez.
Mate, if he's watching this, Ethan, if you're watching this, mate, get yourself out while you can, fella. Get yourself out while you can. This guy will rot you on the bench, mate. Big up to Sunra, sorry. Arsenal have no one that we can say will win games. That's true. None of our players are clinical, and we ain't got that special little spark where somebody can just do something out of nothing. Look at Barcelona the other night. Yeah, out of nowhere. Bang. Bang.
Bang. You know, I didn't see that coming, Lee. I thought Real Madrid was smashing.
I thought they'd win 2-1, Real Madrid, but I didn't see a 4-0. Fucking hell. But again, every time I mention Real Madrid, why are you comparing this to Real Madrid? Yeah, because they're toying with the idea of sacking Ancelotti. 1 loss in 44 league games, 4 trophies in a year. Yeah, that's the levels. That's why they keep winning. Meanwhile, our lot, and Flowers has titled this video again, as he's live now, Arsenal VAR robbery. Yeah, anything you're robbing is your viewers' time, mate. Yeah, real talk.
Yeah, but I think you've got to look at the business plan of Terence.
But the business plan is to milk it as much as he can.
Yeah, but if the majority of his viewers are Arsenal fans, and you know what, you know everyone's an Arsenal fan these days, isn't it? I mean, even the gynecologist is an Arsenal fan. I mean, the amount of Arsenal fans are fans since Arsene Wenger came to the club is unbelievable. I was watching Sky Sports today, and the guy out of Rizzle Kicks is an Arsenal fan. I had no idea. You know what I mean? So I think that's in terms of his business plan. To just get Arsenal content. That's always the way. But
why did he become an Arsenal fan then and say, actually, I'm not Man United, I'm actually Arsenal?
Yeah, but the fact is that I always say fan first, and then you become a businessman, and then you get a business plan. But we're 9 games in. My pride won't allow me to say the league's over. The reason why my pride won't allow me to do it is because I don't think I can contemplate missing out again this season. I don't think I can handle it because I still look at that squad. I look at the experience we have, and I think there's going to be a time when what we got in our favour is a younger squad. But when you're in a situation where you keep on missing out, eventually it's going to get to a situation where either the players lose that mindset or players decide, you know what, I'm going to go elsewhere. Because that's what happened under Wenger. There were times under Wenger, you think about it, when we won the league in 98, up until 2002, we were losing players, didn't it? Petit, Overmars, Vieira kept on trying to leave the club.
Again, I'm sorry, mate. I mean, I may have a different viewpoint on this to you, but if I'm convinced that if we don't win the Premier League this year, forget the Champions League, just forget that one. Throw that.
I'm not winning that, but after the Premier League is the one I want.
We'll probably lose Saliba. I wouldn't be at all surprised if we lost Saka because these players want to win. They're his turn, Kenny. They'll get, if he got Real Madrid suddenly shown interest on Saliba, right? He's going to think they win. I don't win nothing here.
It's a fact. But Mbappe is offered a 2 moons. Plus he was offered. One of the other, like I said, the other moons, a 3rd moon by PSG to the extent that. The money they're offering was mouth-watering. You could basically buy two major islands with the money he was offering. Yet he still wanted to go Real Madrid.
Yeah, but to be fair, they paid him about 100 million in fucking signing on bonus, 150 mil.
Yeah,
that'd be split over the length. It won't be up front.
You think about it logically. That's exactly what the situation with but the pull around is too much. But I can only go back what happened with Arsene Wenger after we went 4 years without winning the trophy in '98 when we had a great players. They all played. He had to build another team because players wanted out. Nelka, Petit, Overmars, Vieira was kept on trying to get a move, and then after the Invincibles, we lost everything. Every player, all our decent players, because we didn't win trophies for 9 years. They all went. Gleb, Fabregas, Nasri, Van Persie, Adebayor. It's going to happen again. That's my biggest worry.
It is going to happen again. And let's be real, Real Madrid fans, yeah, were going absolutely fucking nuts this summer because they didn't buy a centre-back. They've literally only got 2 centre-backs that are fit and available. That's it. Yeah, so if any one of them gets injured, they've got Carvajal as centre-back again, which we've seen this season, by the way. Yeah, or Tchouameni at centre-back. So Saliba will be there next summer. He'll be gone. Yeah, he ain't winning shit this season. Yeah, no, don't blame him. He owes this club nothing, mate. He owes this manager fuck all. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, and Real Madrid will sign him up, and it'll be him and Militao at centre-back next season. Yeah, it's crazy. Let me grab this before I get back to I've been saying it for a while that we needed an Odegaard replacement, but as soon as I mentioned it on the other stream, they get triggered. Bro, they always get triggered. These men are lying through their teeth, bruv. Yeah, they're lying through their teeth. Yeah, I know Carvajal's injured, but he played centre-back 1 game this season. That's my point. But yeah, big up SG, man. What are you saying, matey?
What's up, brothers? Hey, man. What a wild 24 hours it has been. I mean, y'all saw my text this morning. I couldn't believe. I just had to make sure that was what I was reading was correct. I couldn't believe it. And then before I went to work this morning, I was listening to some talking this morning, and me and Kenny, we talked last night, Kenny, and it seems like this fan base just defaults back to referees. We just default to referees no matter what. It's pre-programmed. It's just like when you have air conditioning in your car. It's already there, and it's just a matter when you want to cut it on. And so whenever it looks like we're in trouble, this fan base cuts on the referee. The bottom line here is that we led twice in that game yesterday. 1-0, 2-1. We led twice against Liverpool, and this manager defaulted back to regular programming settings of we're going to play defense, and he has a history of this. We saw it early this year with City. City was there for the taking. Defaulted back to defense. Let's just defend the whole game because we're down 10 men. I have seen more teams win games this year with 10 men across all of the leagues in the whole of Europe than I've ever seen in my life. And then when it comes to us, oh yeah, but we've got 10 men. I seen excuses yesterday, Jez and Kenny. I seen somebody yesterday say, well, we had to go defensive because we had injuries. We had to go injuries. So we got to go defensive because our starters are out. So that's where we are. This fan base relishes. They relish in being the underdog in excuses. It's like I told y'all earlier today. I'm very concerned. I'm concerned for several reasons, but I'm extremely concerned about this. The worst thing that could have happened today has happened. That is, Ten Hag is out of Manchester United because they are going to go out and go get a quality manager. I guarantee you. See, the odds are not in our favor anymore. They've been around the block 2 or 3 different times. They're going to go and get right on point. Right on point. I didn't even know this was talked about, but right on point. They're going to go out and go get a manager that's worth a damn. And now we have to play them twice this year. See, people will laugh. That's a gimme. We got them in about 4 or 5 weeks here. We played Manchester United here, and now that game is going to be another one of these games where it's going to be another pressure situation for this manager. This season, I told y'all. Kenny told y'all. Jazz told y'all. We told y'all beginning of the season. Injuries, and we ain't doing nothing with this manager. We have a dossier of failure. We have 4 years of file work. We could just pull it. You know how when they go solve a crime leak and they go to the file cabinet and they pull out, they just throw them on the counter and they go through the files and look. We have the same type of situation. We can just look at file after file after file of what Arteta's done year after year after year, and it's a whole bunch of nothing. And this year, gentlemen, we're going to find out. People are going to see it for what it is. Absolute failure. Absolute failure. And for me personally, I am absolutely sick of it. I'm sick of the excuses. I'm sick of looking like a fool. Every Sunday we have a big game. We end up looking like fools. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, man. All day yesterday, I kept seeing people, Lee, they be on you talking about emergency streams. I was up late last night watching NFL football. I'm looking up and you got folks doing emergency streams on referees robbed us last night. My time, late middle of the night, up talking about emergency streams on Premier League refereeing. Bro, if you just now find out the Premier League referees are bad, you ain't been watching football for a long period of time.
But the bad thing is, Matty, yeah, we said yesterday, because I didn't even know who the ref was for the game. Yeah, and if I did, I forgot by the time the game started. And I said to you and Ola, I said, yo, you seen who the ref is? Yeah, and Ola was like, yo, we're going to win this then. Yeah, because Anthony Taylor, Kenny, we was at that cup final in 2017. He sent Victor Moses off for diving.
Yeah.
2020, he sent off Kovacic instead of Xhaka. Xhaka stamped on him. Yeah, if VAR was in that game, Xhaka would have got a second yellow. There was no VAR, and he sent Kovacic off. And Kovacic didn't touch him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't care about that because it won us 2 trophies. You know what I mean?
Can I throw some of y'all way right quick? This just popped in my head. This just hit me just like that. Y'all can kiss Jokeris goodbye because he's going right over there to Manchester United.
Facts.
Oh, United. Oh, right. Is he going to go with this guy, isn't it?
Oh,
yeah, because if he's going, you know who coming behind him?
Jokeris is going Man U, 100. They'll get rid of that scrub. Yeah, fucking Rasmus, and they'll probably do a swap.
I heard Jokeris was obviously. I'm not. It's not a reliable source of evidence, as you just proved. But yeah, we're talking about Jokeris going to Man City. The fact is that as upset as we should be about it, we should have to be resigned that it was never in how do I say it, in the plan, because the manager never actually went out for him. It was always Sesko, and I only get excited when the manager actively goes for a player, because we were talking about Osterman. Manager were not interested. Ivan Toney is not interested. You know, so when a manager isn't interested in up and coming forwards or forwards that are actively scoring goals in Europe, it's just a waste of our time. You know, I've even going to go as far as to say, and this is going to boil you're going to boil the kettle. I don't know what you're going to put in the kettle, but I hope it's not piss. But this will boil it anyway. Mikel Arteta is not going to go for a striker next season. If he's still at the football club, he's going to go for a left winger, a left back, and a number 6. That is his priority. A striker is going to be bottom down the pile. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but if you look at the way Martinelli's not performing and how Zinchenko is further down the pile, and then how Thomas Partey's in his last year of his contract, everyone's talking about his age, how Declan Rice still isn't a competent number 6 that we think he is. Those are going to be his priority positions. I can't see him going for a striker next year.
Nope.
Especially with the money that he needs to spend on a decent top class number 6. He's going to have to spend big money on another left back and another one on a left winger. He's probably going to. Where's the money going to be for a striker? Because to buy a top striker, you've got to spend 3 players worth money for a top striker. Ain't happening. It's not happening, guys.
I'm a bit baffled as to how Man United are managing to get Amorim. Because we've been told for 5 years that no manager's available. Yeah, this guy's in a job, so he's not available. So how are they even getting him? I mean, this is absolutely unprecedented, guys.
Realistic? Is he a realistic signing, Lee?
Yeah, mate. This guy's top of the table. Is the current champion, and he's won 2 titles there in 5 years or 4 years. Yeah, he's going to go in there. Yeah, Northside watches that league. Northside said they play good football. Yeah, so you know he's going to go in there and get a style of play quick. Yeah,
are they going in for him because they think that eventually he's Pep's successor?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I know it sounds mischievous what I'm saying, because I'm we're hearing like rumours that Xavi's going. They showed a picture of Xavi's wife. Shared a picture of their son in a Man United shirt. Have they got a Xavi?
Yeah, apparently they were speaking to Xavi.
Xavi said yes.
He's a fucking scrub anyway. I don't know why they want him. Yeah, he's no good. He ain't. He's no good, man. Yeah, he's too emotional to be a football manager. Yeah, anyone who watched Barcelona last season, that guy was having meltdowns on the touchline every game, mate. So walking up to the camera, having meltdowns in the camera and that. Yeah.
Someone says they're looking at Alonso. Alonso's going to go to Man United when he's playing for Liverpool. Interesting.
No, they're going to get Amorim. They'll get Amorim. They'll get him. The fact that David Ornstein's posted that out, yeah, listen, I don't particularly like David Ornstein, yeah, but the fact he's posting that out, I'd suggest that's all but done. Yeah, they wouldn't have sacked this manager without having somebody lined up ready to go. Yeah, so the fact that this has now come out 10, 12 hours later, 7 hours later, sorry, yeah, that's probably already a done deal. Yeah, and then this is what they do. They make look at the Sterling deal.
Man United Sporting. Where's the money differential? Huge.
Yeah.
Sporting Lisbon don't have much money. Benfica are the team with the money.
True.
Yeah, but let's be real. Yeah, look at that Sterling deal on deadline day. That deal was done the day before.
Yeah,
and they drip fed us all the way through deadline day, making out we're not signing anyone. So the fan base went mental. Yeah, and then they drip fed it all evening. Yeah, and then all of a sudden they got the announcement video out in seconds. Yeah, how? How if he's just done? He was on his way to Arsenal just now. Yeah, how have you suddenly got an announcement video out that takes hours and hours and hours to compilate and put together? You're a photographer. Yeah, it takes fucking ages to do shit like that.
Yeah, you have to shoot. If for them to roll out, I'm gonna let y'all in on in this world of photography. If they let's say they hire me to say, well, Matt, we want you to photograph our new signing. I've got to set up. We've got to do the shoot. I've got to retouch. I've got to send what the producer wants. I've got to get everything. You can't do all. You can do it in a couple of hours, but it's just a lot of work. They shot all that stuff earlier in the day. Probably on deadline day, that was probably all shot that afternoon or either the day before that evening. And then they just had everything laid out, graphics ready to go, and then that was it. Because he also had to do video promos. So you got two different things. And then you saw Edu try to fool everybody. He was after he went through, he's out huffing and puffing outside the training ground like they do. Oh yeah, I just got off the phone. We just got
over the line.
Yeah. You know, I'm not even going to go there. I'm like, Kenny, I don't want to get started on that today because
it's true. It takes forever. That to put that video together, that announcement video, and all the clips, plus the interview, his words, him sitting down doing the sit down interview. Well, that's going to take a good hour and a half to put that together. Just the video of him talking. Because they're going to have to edit it, chop it, make the camera and lighting and everything. They're going to stop and start. He's probably had to say the same thing about 12 times just to get the right clips of it. Yeah, that's without the photography. That's without the editing for the video that they've jobbed. That would have took a good 6-7 hours to do that.
And then even paperwork, physical, and all that stuff.
Yeah. Plus the medical. Yeah, plus the paperwork, the contracts. They're getting all that done with the FA or the Premier League. Yeah, that would have been a 6 to 8 hour job. Yeah, and they reckon they could fool us like that on deadline day.
I've actually heard that it's actually harder. It's actually harder to get the deal done on the last day because you got so many. Y'all remember that year? Do y'all remember that year where Real Madrid the paperwork didn't get over? They didn't get over for y'all remember that? Yeah, because you got so many hurdles. Then unfortunately we had the fella that passed away that year in the plane. The one that the plane froze over. The fella that passed. So it's harder to get those deals done. So most times, if you know you want to get a deal done or whatever, it's already done. They're going to fool away to complete to the last hour to bring in Sterling like that. No, that was
the same when we signed Arteta. That deal was probably done the day before. We signed the deadline day 11th hour.
You remember? It was like 2 days. I don't know if y'all remember this far back, but it was like 2 days before that because I remember you did a video when the rumor dropped because they did the Daily Mail put out there. Somebody took the photo. He was coming out of the house at 1 a.m.
Yeah, with Vinay. Yeah, and
everybody was like, "Well, it looks like Arteta's the manager." Then 2 days later, they announced it.
You know what? We're talking about Arteta. I remember, God bless his soul, Claude telling me it was actually before we played Man City. We played Man City on a Sunday, and Claude said to me he heard from a certain person who I don't want to name. He says, "It's bad news. It's bad news, mate." Well, I've just been
It's bad news, Kenny. It's bad news.
Claude, you know, Claude, you know exactly with King. It's bad news. I said, "What is it? Who are we getting?" "You're getting Arteta." I went, "Cool, mate." He went, "Kenny, I've heard it with good authority." Blah blah. Beep beep beep. Told me that the club would go for Arteta. I said, "Claude, please let it not be true." We get thrashed by Man City 3-0.
Yeah.
I get home and I wake up in a sweat. You know as you do to go to the lav, and then on my on my Daily Mail feed, I just see Vinay's fat face coming out of the car outside Arteta's mansion in Manchester, and I just think, the blood just drained away from me. I collapsed.
Yeah, we all did that same. We all did the same.
I needed to be resuscitated because of the shock, and I still haven't got over the fact. You know what I mean? When I saw that photo, and Claude was right.
Lee, Kenny, and then about 3 hours after that, I got an alert. Lee was going live. He said, "If he said I was glad Unai leaving, but if we get him, he bring him back."
I was like, "Bring the fucker back, man! I don't want this guy." I was like, "Bring Unai back. I'll take Unai back right now."
You know what I mean? I was devastated when I only got the job, and then I went on Twitter, and I went, "Is that it? Is that what you come up with?" And I got attacked, but left, right, and centre by Arteta fans. So even as soon as he got announced, they're already with him. So we were fighting a losing battle from the fact he got a job. In fact, I had an argument when Wenger got sacked when we were in for Arteta, and he said, "Why don't you just back the manager? If he's representing us, you've got to back him." And we had a back and forth. It wasn't a row; it was a discussion, a debate. And I never thought that a year and a half after that debate that Arteta would be our manager.
Nobody did, Kenny. Nobody thought Arteta was coming here after that period. Folks were talking about Allegri and all of them. That's what everybody was going on about, bringing in actually quality managers. And then Arteta pops up and everybody's like, huh, what? Who? And then you got our thick fan base. Oh, you know what? He's young. He's good looking. He can get the job. He's been up under Pep. He's got to learn something. He's been up under Pep. 5 years later. How many managers have Manchester United been through since this manager been here?
Ollie.
Well, Solskjaer was who was the manager? They were just about to sack Jose. So they had Jose, Solskjaer. They had who's that guy?
They had Carrick for a little bit in charge for a couple of games, but Ragnick. And now they got Van Nistelrooy. Mad, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
And we've still got this scrub.
Right, Chelsea. Who was Chelsea? Chelsea had was it 2018? Who did they have? They had when he got 2019, they had Chelsea. They had Big Frank. They had Big Frank.
Yeah, Frank Lampard. Then they had Tuchel. Yeah, then after that they had Potter. Then Poch. Yeah, and now this guy. 5.
Maresca.
Fucking mad, isn't it? Oh no, they had Sarri as well.
No,
they had Sarri as well. So they've had 6. They've had 6.
Yeah. No, that's sorry, gone for him. But they've won the European Cup.
Oh yeah, he left after that, didn't he? Yeah, he left straight after that.
They won a European Cup during that time when we appointed Arteta.
This is mad. Big up Normski, man. This notion that we can't win with 10 men is an excuse. Arsenal in the Prem have had 57 red cards and won 31 and lost 26. Yeah, this is a fact. We're too pragmatic. Facts.
You know, Lee, we are number 2 in the last 20 years of red cards in the Premier League. We're number 2 in 20 years.
That's crazy. But this is my point. Anyone who's watched Arsenal under Arsene Wenger, we were getting players sent off nearly every other week.
Yeah.
Like Roy Keane and Vieira were punching each other up back in the day. Bergkamp was getting sent off. Fucking Ashley Cole. All of them. Yeah, all of our players were getting sent off in that era. Yeah, and we were still winning games. I can't remember who we played, but it was with the blue kit, the blue 02.
Yeah.
I can't remember who we played. Yeah, and I think we went down to 10 men early in that game and we fucking slapped them about 4 or 5. Yeah, we were fucking down to 10 men. We played better with 10 men. Yeah, it's like, come on, man.
You remember we joked about that one night on the phone, and I said, yeah, it was just almost like the guys were like, we're bored. Let's play with 10 men to see how many goals.
Crazy. Big up Normski, brother. Appreciate it, man. Big up Lee, Matty, Jez, Kenny. Can't believe my DM won the Ballon d'Or. Finally, the first City player to win it. Come on, City. Yeah, I'm going to come to that in a second before we wrap this up as well. Yeah, because I can't understand how he's won it. But we'll come back to that in a sec. Season 1920, since 1920, Amarin's won 6 trophies. To clarify, 1 with Braga.
Braga.
Yeah. and 2020 until now, 5 trophies with Sporting, and he's top of the table. This is crazy. Yeah, Man United might just be back. Yeah, Man United might just be back. But yeah, let me start with you, Matty. What do you think of Rodri getting this Ballon d'Or? Because me personally, I think that Carvajal should have won it. He won 2 trophies in Europe. Yeah, but then again, so did Rodri. Yeah, he won the league. So did Rodri, and they won a cup. So did Rodri. But for me, yeah, I just think like you've won the Champions League, and you've won the league, and you've won in Europe.
Yeah.
That surpasses what Rodri's done that season.
Yeah, it's a toss up, man. And the Ballon d'Or, it's I guess for me, you know, it's so weird for decades of not having to deal with Messi or all these years of not seeing that. Now we're actually going back to where we actually have to have actual footballing debates on who's done what. But for me, I mean, Rodri he's top shelf. And I understand your argument. I'll probably go with Rodri, man. I understand your argument about Carvajal because he's, you know, at that throw that European trophy now. But I mean, Rodri, man, he played out his. I don't think people realize how good he is. I know people know he's good, but I don't think they realize how good he is just because of the system they're playing over at City.
You know what it is, Matty? When people talk about number 6s, right, and they talk, especially holding players, they don't understand that the positions evolved. That it's not someone who could just sit in front and back forward, do recoveries like Declan, or be a strong runner. You've got to be good on the ball. And Rodri's just mastered all of that.
Yeah.
But for me, I ain't gonna lie, I'm very surprised Vinny Jr. didn't get it. And I'm not just going by his performances. I just thought the talk was he was a shoo-in. It was like he basically all he had to do was just get his suit from dry cleaners and decide what pair of shoes to wear. He could have even gone with boogers. Either way, it was a case of him going up and winning. I'm actually astounded that Rodri won it. But when you look at it, this probably was decided weeks ago.
Well, sorry to cut in. I've just seen something that says Man City informed Real Madrid that Rodri won it. Yeah, and Real Madrid, fair play to Man City.
Respect.
Yeah, they actually told fucking Real Madrid, because everyone thought Vinny was going to win it. Yeah?
I did. You did.
Fabrizio posted the other day saying Vinny's won it. Yeah, he said he's won it. Right, but Man City have apparently informed Real Madrid that that Rodri won it. Yeah, Real Madrid then said bollocks. We ain't sending anyone to the awards.
I don't blame
Real Madrid person is at the awards.
Don't you think it's a farce where the player knows he's won it already? Like, for instance, you had the Player of the Year awards.
Yeah.
They know they've been told they've won it in order to ensure they turn up. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. Is everything a fix?
Everything is a fix.
Ruined everything, Kenny.
Kenny, Rudiger. I've just seen now. Rudiger finished 20 fucking second. How is that even possible, mate? Yeah, he had one of the best seasons I've ever seen of a centre back in my life. Yeah, and he finished 22nd.
Well, who decides it? Is it journalists?
Yeah, which tells you all you need to know.
Not a fix, Kenny. How come Henri never won it?
Thank you, Jed. All of us know he should have won it that year.
Yeah, Nedved beat him 1 year, didn't he?
Yeah.
I
mean, the thing is, we're talking about top ballers against top ballers, yeah? Now, we're not talking about top ballers against top ballers. We're talking about some very good ballers up against top ballers.
But unfortunately, now in football, as I said on previous podcasts, as long as you have managers like Jurgen Klopp, Mikel Arteta, and Pep, the player that plays with panache is going to be banished. He's going to be relegated to just doing kick-ups and probably, getting kick-ups or playing, foosball instead of football. Because
why is Harry Kane at the awards, by the way?
Harry Kane goes,
find some shame.
Harry Kane would go to open an envelope, wouldn't he?
A man like George Weah's there. I've just seen a video of George Weah. He still looks quite young, man. Fucking hell.
Well, at least George Weah won it. I mean, he
looks proper healthy, man. For his age, he's looking good, bruv.
Well, let's look at his medical report. There's loads of people look good for their age, but their insides may be a.
Granit Xhaka ranked 16th, by the way. He finished above Rodri. Not Rodri, Rudiger, sorry.
You know what? I've got to pick up my niece soon anyway. But if I
how many players are in there?
Phil Foden finished 11th.
Bloody hell. Okay.
Let's have a look. Who else is on here? Phil Foden 11th. Fucking hell, I'm going through their page. It's going on forever. 12th was Florian Wirtz. 13th was Danny Olmo.
Where did Savini Jr. finish runner-up then?
I think so, yeah. I'm just going through their fucking page at the minute, but it's a bit all over the gaff, I can't lie.
Somebody said Odegaard was 17.
Odegaard was 17th.
That's what I just said in the chat.
I say he finished above Rudiger. Are you mad? Are you actually taking the piss?
That's what somebody just said in the chat. Surely they're lying.
Do you guys remember when Cannavaro won it? Because you won the World Cup.
06, yeah.
So
how the fuck has Odegaard finished above? Yeah, how has he finished above Rudiger?
Journalists, mate. English journalists? Is it maybe English journalists have picked him, or maybe Norwegian journalists?
Oh, he said they're trolling. Surely you gotta be trolling.
They've got to be trolling. There's no Saka was 21st. Are you on a wind up?
Yeah, but Lee, as I said to you before, let's just say it's basically going to be pick and mix for the Ballon d'Or because at the end of the day, where's the stars? Without Messi and Ronaldo, we always thought Mbappe and Haaland the next capital ranks, but I'm not seeing any evidence of it. Haaland's a great goal scorer, got a lot of pace. Mbappe, he's got a Real Madrid.
Lookman was 14th. Lookman was 14th. Scored a hat-trick in the final.
Where did Ballon come?
Oh, my fucking days. Now, piss off. This fucking whole thing's rigged, bruv. Nico Williams, 15th. Nico Williams, 15th. For what? For what? I've watched him all season. He's shit. Nah, I know he won 2 trophies and that, but fucking turn it in, bruv. He did fuck all for Bilbao last season. Yeah, he was shit in the final.
They're saying Odegaard 19. That's what I'm saying. Some people saying 19, but that's still crazy.
Emi Martinez was 18th. Nah, Emi Martinez above fucking Rudiger. Now, all these players above Rudiger is crazy, by the way.
It just
I know Nico Williams had a good Euros. Yeah, but if we're going off of Euros, if we're just going off of World Cups in Euros, then yeah, how comes that's only for this one then? Because it don't normally apply. Don't normally apply like that.
Come on, Lee.
Kenny, if you need to go, mate, I know you got to go. Yeah, I'm going to stay live for a little bit longer. So if you need to go, Kenny, go, mate.
No, I'll leave about in another 5 minutes.
All right, sweet. Let me see who else is on this list.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xhaka was 16th. They haven't put 17th out. There he is. Yeah, so they're doing it all back to front. 17th was after 18th, like 16th, like 16, 18, 17. Valverde was 17th.
Lee, I'll stay for another 15 minutes because 10 or 12 minutes till 7 because I've got I'll just get because at the end of the day it's just one train stop and they're going to meet
Martin Odegaard was 19th. Fuck off, man. How the fuck has this guy finished above Rudiger, bro?
It's the state of world football, man.
How has this guy finished 3 spots above Rudiger? How is Rudiger 22nd in the first place?
The state of world football.
This is a mess, mate. 19th.
You know what I think.
Çalhanoğlu came 20th.
Yeah, Lee. You know. One of the reasons why I think there's loads of more games and they want to promote.
Oh my fucking god! Saka was 21st. He finished above Rudiger. Oh my god, bruv. This game's finished.
Lee, that's the situation. That's what football is now. It's basically pick and mix. It's we can go. You might as well go to Wolves don't exist no more. Remember when you used to go Wolves?
The pick and mix.
These names now for players.
How has Bukayo Saka, who won absolutely nothing, finished above Rudiger, who won 3 trophies last year? How is that even possible? He won the Champions League, the league, and the Supercopa America, de España.
It's a con. I don't even know why you entertain it. I've said for years and years and years. It's just a con.
This is an absolute shit show, mate.
Yeah, but Lee, you know what I think? It gets much worse. And the reason why
Cole Palmer 25th for what?
Yeah, but Dave, you know what we're having now is that when you took a look about all those names that are picked out, how many of those players are actually world class?
Not hardly any.
But this rankings for the Ballon d'Or is telling us that these players are world class.
Ruben Diaz came 23rd. The Saka finished above a player that won the league.
All right, Lee, I've got another question for the panel. How many players out there are actually world class at this stage right now?
The ones that I've read out, I'd say Diaz is world class. I think he's a quality defender.
Who else is world class?
I'd say Rudiger's world class. I think he's the best centre back in the world right now.
Who else?
Or has been for the last 12 months. I'd say Vinny Jr. in this era.
Who else?
Yeah. Rodri.
Who else? You're struggling, aren't you?
After that, I'm struggling. Yeah, I can't lie.
Like you, Jess. Who's world class at the moment?
Very few players that I know.
Out of the ones I've read out, I'm struggling.
Yeah, exactly.
Declan Rice came 26th, by the way.
I may throw Foden in there. Haaland. I think Haaland for sure.
Yeah, Foden, Haaland, based off their last 12 months. Yeah.
Yeah. Rodri.
Saliba came 24th, by the way.
Saliba, I wouldn't say he's world class. No, sorry. He's great. He's a great player.
He's very good, but he ain't world class.
He ain't world class.
Check this. Sorry to cut in there. The guy who finished La Liga top goal scorer, Artem Dovbyk, came 29th. 29th, but Declan Rice, who won fuck all. The same as
Matty,
Dovbyk.
who's world class for you? Who's world class for you, Matty?
Haaland, Rodri, Foden, Vinny, Rudiger.
Yeah.
You see, for me,
we're struggling, isn't it? We're proper struggling here, aren't we?
Yeah, I have to start thinking. You have to go on by teams. You have to what? Have to start thinking.
If I go by the last 5 years, I go from World Cup 2018 to now.
It's a mess.
I have to get Mbappe in the conversation, even though he ain't done much. But he's won a World Cup. He's got a World Cup final, scored an action in the World Cup. He's done his bits for PSG. But even then, it's a struggle to get him there. But I'm putting him there in reputation. Erling Haaland, world-class goal scorer. Do you put Harry Kane in that category? World-class goal scorer?
Yeah, he's scoring goal. Yeah, he's doing the job for Bayern.
So that's the thing. What do they actually rate it on? Because Harry Kane won nothing in his entire career, but he scores a mad amount of goals every year. So on that basis, you'd say, yeah, world-class goal scorer. Yeah, but you don't win nothing. So what do they rank it on?
You think about it, right? Logically, right? Alan Shearer has only won one trophy in his entire career, but we think he's the best striker that's ever graced the Premiership. Gary Lineker,
I don't.
Never won much, but we think
Tell him, Jez. Tell him.
Yes.
Who do you think, Jez? Who do you think? You're going to say Henry, isn't you?
Yep.
All right, yeah, Henry, yeah, of course. All right, Henry. But Henry's exception. But if you talk about players like Alan Shearer, who else there? Alan Shearer, Gary Lineker. They didn't win much, did they?
No. But this is the point, yeah?
For me,
what do they rate it on? Because Harry Kane's not been announced yet, so he's in the top 10. Harry Kane won fuck all in his entire career. He had a good season in terms of goals last season, but then people are saying that other players should win it because of what they've won. Yeah, but Harry Kane's won nothing, so why is he in the top 10 then? What's the criteria for this? It makes no sense.
It should be footballing.
I say that Henry was, in my opinion, my very unbiased opinion, was the best in the Premier League. He was world class because he won a World Cup.
Yeah.
But then, to be fair, George Best never won a World Cup, and he was unreal.
Different era, mate. Different style of football.
And the thing is as well, like I look at it and I think, like, for me, when people sit there and say, who's team of the season? When they pick team of the season, they pick players from each team, and that team of the season is any 11 from the team that won the league.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So when they do this criteria, the criteria should be you can only qualify for this if you've won something.
Real Madrid then is team of the season then because they won the Champions League.
Well, you'd think so, but Rodri's going to win it. So surely Man City win it then. Because if they got the best player in the world and they won a league, and they won a cup.
Man City was. I would say Man City would have been the team of the season the year before. The year they
but this is what I'm saying, right? Last season, everyone was saying Haaland should have won it. Yeah, and Messi won it in the end, didn't he? Everyone was saying Haaland should have won it. Why is nobody saying Haaland should win it this year then?
Yeah, but
because Haaland actually
scored 52 goals, didn't he?
And they won a treble. Yeah, they won a treble in the and everyone said he should have won it that season. Yeah, right. Nobody's saying he should win it this season.
Yeah, because he only scored 36 goals. He only scored.
Yeah, so is it down? That's my point. Is it down to goals and trophies, or is it down to the player and the individual?
Lee, I just said he only scored 36 goals. Bloody hell.
36.
A lot of goals, isn't it?
No, but that's my point, Kenny. Yeah?
Yeah.
He scored about 15 goals less than he did the season before.
Yeah.
But he still won trophies again.
You know what it is now, Lee. You know what it is. It's just we had the same thing over here with the.
Yeah, Yamal's definitely world class. That kid is a special player, man. He is unbelievable.
We
That is the
have,
best right winger in world football.
we have the same exact thing over here.
Sorry, mate. Is he going to get the same amount of goals as Messi and Ronaldo?
Nah. Well, Yamal, nah.
I mean, Kenny, that's generational. What we saw, that's like generational. That's like, and Jess, you and Jess can relate to this. Y'all saw, well, I think, Jess, y'all watched Pele and Maradona together. It took what 20 years before y'all saw something like that again. So if we're going on that metric, yeah, this is like, it takes 20 years before you even see anything.
If you
like
look
that.
how many goals Messi and Ronaldo have scored, for Erling Haaland to overtake that, he's got to bag at least 50 a season for the next.
And
years.
longevity, Lee, and he's got to play. He got to play that long, you know. Even
He's got to do it for 15, 16, 17 years, bagging 50 goals a season.
He scored about 700 career goals. Yeah, we don't talk about him as a world-class fit player
Because he ain't got PR.
it's a popularity contest. The Ballon d'Or now is a popularity based off of what I've heard today. The Ballon d'Or has now become a popularity contest among the press. It's who they feel like. It's not based on metric anymore.
Mm.
And this is a great point from Danny. Yeah, Rodri should have won it in their treble season. Yeah, he should have won it that season.
Well, he scored a winner in the final, didn't he?
He's got the winner in the Champions League final when they did a treble. The first time they've done a treble. Yeah, nobody was calling for Rodri to win it when they done a treble, but now they want him to win it this year. Make it make sense. So now it's trophies, but is it caliber of trophies? And if you do it with your nation, and what if you play for a nation that's not that good?
And then to go back to the whole Darvik deal, years past, if you'd had somebody that was the top leader in La Liga, that's automatic, like right there, top 4 or 5.
Top 3, top 5, yeah.
Top 4 or 5, you know. So to see that he's that far down the totem pole tells you that was a popularity contest, not even acknowledged.
Yeah, for me, Carvajal should have won it.
Yesterday when they joked about does everyone want to be a right back like Gary Neville? When you talk about world class players, should defenders get the Ballon d'Or? I don't think they should. They're not match winners.
I do. They are match winners, Kenny, but in a different way.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, they are.
The same with goalkeepers. Like if you have, I don't know, Szczesny in goal, yeah, but then you have Buffon in goal instead. Yeah, that guy's going to save you points after points after points. Yeah, that Szczesny ain't. So that's a match winner because he'll keep you in big games. Look at Alisson at Liverpool. Some of the fucking saves that guy makes, mate, kept them right up there last season.
You think about the performance of Courtois in the final. He only played a few games, but he won Real Madrid that final.
Yeah, and that was his first start all season. Well, not all season because he got injured at the beginning, but he didn't play all season.
Go back to some of those old Barcelona teams. You had Puyol. You had what was the right back? What was his name? The one
Alves.
Alves. From Madrid, you had Marcelo,
Jordi Alba,
Ramos.
Yeah,
I mean, you look at some
Busquets, fucking mate.
Busquets,
yeah. Right, Piqué. Yeah, that's proper footballers. Yeah. They're all world class, every one of them. Yeah, now we're looking at this filtered shit. Yeah.
Lee's got away with words, hasn't he?
No, I'm looking at it. I'm thinking, how the fuck has Bukayo Saka finished one spot ahead of Rudiger? Make that make sense. Like, listen, this ain't a dig at Saka.
You're right.
How can a player who's won the Champions League, the league, and the Supercopa de España finished lower than a player that won nothing? How? How's that even possible? That makes no sense. Now Harry Kane's going to finish above all of them. Yeah, because Harry Kane's won nothing, and he's going to go and finish in the top 5.
Yeah, but
that's a joke.
I think again, it's all about opinions now, isn't it? Because we've been spoilt by Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Where
that's a great comment.
Yeah,
there should be an award for each position.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what?
Best goalkeeper, best defender, best midfielder, best winger, best striker.
Don't they have it though at the Ballon d'Or? And then they have the main award.
No.
Well, it should.
Yeah, but they should do best goalkeeper, best defender across the whole back line. Yeah, best midfielder across the whole midfield. Yeah, best winger. Yeah, or just best forward. Best winger and then best striker or something. That's what they should do. Yeah, they only have it for goalkeepers. Yeah, they do. They have it for goalkeepers. Don't have it for every position. Yeah.
But you know when you're doing that, when you do that, and you should do it really in a day, it just shows that we're scraping the barrel for great players, because there's no defined great player. Messi and Ronaldo were so levels above everyone else in terms of how do I like it? It was like Bjorn Borg, John McEnroe, where they set each other targets where each was vying to be number one, and that they raised their game because psychologically they were against each other's achievements and took themselves to each level. Who's our Messi and Ronaldo now? I always thought it was going to be Mbappe and Haaland, but maybe they're not going to be those men. They're not those guys.
I can tell you that.
Mbappe ain't that guy.
I can tell you that. Mbappe ain't doing it. I can tell you that now.
And do you know what? That Clasico the other night, if Erling Haaland played for Madrid, that would have been 4-0 at half time.
Probably 8.
That would have been 4-0 at half time.
Probably 8.
Eight's fucking offside, you know.
Probably.
He was offside 8 times.
Hey, guys, I'm gonna have to go and pick up my.
No, go on, shoot off, man. What you got coming up this week, Kenny?
I'm gonna be with Jason on Wing. What day are we there? Because we got a game on Wednesday.
Wednesday we play.
7:45 kickoff for Preston, so we can do it Wednesday or Thursday. It's up to you, whatever.
Oh, we could do it Thursday. We could do it Thursday evening, isn't it?
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, Thursday evening, and then we'll get a time. And I'm with Dan tomorrow at 8:00. Yeah, I think you know I'm going to be on the panel with, so it's going to probably be a row. Yeah, a row that where I'm going to just have some. I don't like popcorn, so I might have peanuts. But yeah, anyway. So it's going to be a row because one side is going to say referees and injuries, and the other one's going to say get on with it.
Hey, Kenny, he gonna pull that chart back out on y'all again. He gonna pull that chart out on y'all again.
Hey, I remember watching Married at First Sight last year, where one of the bridegrooms got like a paper of all the texts and all the abuse his wife sent him, and he went and passed it around at the dinner party. So that when my guy did set the diagrams, it just reminded me of that.
That was fucking hilarious. Yeah, Northside's laugh cracked me up. Yeah, it was like, let me get the diagrams out. Northside just pissed himself, man. I was like, what?
Diagrams.
That was funny, but you know what? It's that's the beauty of the podcast. You have to have fun when you do these things. You got to have a laugh. You can't be all serious like Roman. Yeah. As I said, whenever you
that show, the old Potsy, I got binned off that. I went on there 2 or 3 times. I think I was just a little bit too honest.
Oh, you'll be back. You'll be back. Don't worry about it. You'll be back. Don't you worry about it. No, you'll be back. You'll be back. I'm sure of it.
No, nice one, Kenny. No, go and pick the little one up, mate, and have a nice evening, mate. Enjoy your peanuts.
brother.
Oh yeah, guys. Before I go, can we do the pod? I remember. I talked to you guys afterwards about next week because we do it a bit earlier.
Yeah, remind me because I'll forget, Kenny.
Yes, just letting you guys know. Do it a bit earlier because my wife's penciled me in for something at 7 next week. So anyway, we'll talk afterwards. Anyway, any day we're going to beat Preston. We're going to fluke a win against Newcastle, and then it's all about Chelsea the week afterwards. So I'll speak to you guys soon and have a good time. And don't get reality TV because it's shit. See you later.
See you later, mate. Cheers, Haaland's been offside 15 times since he came to the Premier League.
Since he's come to the Premier League.
Since he was offside 8 times
in the game. In the game.
Look at this. Let's just put this in the chat as well. This is on the official Ballon d'Or live stream.
Oh man, that's out of order.
That is Vinny Jr. mocked up as a little baby that Yamal is cuddling. They are taking the piss. They are taking the wholesale piss. Yeah, fair fucking play to Real Madrid not going there. Not one Madrid person. Staff, players, anything.
It's a mockery. It's a piss take. I've got no time.
That's disgusting, mate. I know they'll say it's a bit of banter and all of that, but come on, mate. The kid's 17 years old, and you're talking like they're showing that. Yeah, and the amount never even posted that himself. Somebody posted that online. Yeah, so they've taken that offline. Yeah, and put that on their official Ballon d'Or stream. Like they're taking the piss, bruv. Yeah, 17-year-old boy. Yeah, he's a quality player, but you're doing that on the Ballon d'Or stream to millions of people watching against a player that should have fucking won it. Yeah, or one of the players that should have won it. Yeah, like I said, I thought Carvajal should have won it. That's actually disgusting, bro. I can't believe they've done that. Yeah, You know, there's going to be a comunicado oficial coming out.
Oh
later
yeah,
today.
it'll drop later on today.
Yeah, they're probably typing that up as we speak, mate.
Hey, you talk about bulletin board material, Lee. All you gotta do is just take that, just print it out, stick it in the arena there, and every game, just so you walk outside, you just look at that.
And it would not surprise me one bit, yeah, if over the next 3 or 4 years, yeah, that no Real Madrid player turns up to a Ballon d'Or.
No, it wouldn't surprise me either.
They didn't bother going today. Not one person there from Madrid, I think. Yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me if they don't turn up again. Yeah, and rightly fucking so. How dare you mock him like that? That's taking the piss.
Mm.
Yeah, and until that thing changes, it's a farce. That is an absolute farce, mate.
They'll probably rally behind it. The team will probably rally behind him on that, man. This might actually kickstart this season.
Yeah.
That's bulletin board material, and I'm telling you. And he's going there.
The thing is, yeah, Yamal's now going to get dogs abuse of that. It weren't even him that posted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody on fucking social media posted it, mocks it up. And I guarantee that boy is getting DMs as we speak. Yeah, and it weren't even him that posted it. Yeah, it's a fucking joke, mate. Yeah, and they're sitting there all having a laugh and a giggle at it. Yeah, cool, funny, haha. Yeah, don't broadcast that to fucking millions of people around the world.
No,
like, if you're putting it on a Twitter page or whatever, it's a bit of fun, cool. But you're doing that in the official award ceremony.
Yeah.
That's taking the piss.
That just shows the absolute shit show that it is, man.
That's totally madness, mate.
Totally unprofessional.
Yeah, it is. That's crazy. Anyway, it is what it is. We are going to wrap this up. I'm going live in 40 minutes. Real Mallorca versus Bilbao. We can see the 13th best player in the world play tonight, Nico Williams.
13th
best player in the world. Or was he 11th? I think he might have been 11th. 11th or 13th, either way. Yeah, he's one of the best players on the planet, lads, according to that. And he starts tonight. And do you know what the mad thing is, yeah? I said this a million times. Anyone who watches Bilbao knows that his brother, Inaki Williams, is better than him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matty, did you see his goal the other day, didn't you?
You talking about the one that you showed me, or you talking about?
Yeah, when we sat backstage, that first touch, and he just slapped it. What a fucking goal that was. Yeah, that first touch was mad. Yeah, and I've said this for 2 years now, yeah? And Inaki Williams is better than Nico Williams. Yeah, Foden was 11th, so he must have been 13th. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. But anyway, the Kosovan Ibrahimovic starts for Mallorca, man like Makiri. And there's a proper number 8 playing in the number 10 for Bilbao. His name's Sanchez. Yeah, that is what everyone thinks Odegaard is. Yeah, that guy is a fucking baller. So get that game on tonight, people, and watch a number fucking 10 run riot. Proper baller. Anyway, Jez, always a pleasure, my friend. What you got coming up this week, my guy?
Well, I was going to do a match review tonight, but I've got a bit of a throat, so I'm not sure I'm going to bother. Thursday night. Wednesday night. I'm doing the Preston North End Arsenal watch along for the Carrier Bag Cup, and then weekly show with Kenny Ken and other guests. So okay, it's all good.
There you go. Make sure you sub to Jez. Links pinned comment, guys. Matty, thank you for jumping on, mate. I know you were driving back from work. What you got coming up this week, mate?
I'll be with you on Wednesday watching the Carabao Cup, and I've did some fan cam just there on my channel, and dropped some stuff yesterday, man. And that's pretty much about it this week. We'll get ready to see what we're gonna do this Wednesday. Oh, mate, we should win Wednesday, Lee.
And then we got Newcastle away.
We should win on Wednesday. Because if we don't,
if we lose to Preston, mate, I'm going to flip out. Real talk, I'm going to flip out because that's a tournament we can actually try and win.
Yeah, and that's my thing. Is I think for me, out of everything that we in this year, I feel like that's the most attainable for me. I think that's the most attainable. It is if we don't take that serious and he pisses it away, I'm gonna be highly upset. But we should win against Preston.
I think that's be a tricky game. I've never been up to that stadium, but it's a quirky one. It's an old style. Could be a tricky night out, especially if it's now winter time over here.
Can you do it on a wet and windy day in Preston? Wet and windy night in Preston.
Can we get it over the line against this team and get the result? Because at the end of the day, Arteta, if you fail at that one, that's another nail in your coffin, fella.
Facts. We're going to redirect to Northside. He's live with halftime hooks. And then I'll be back in 40 minutes for the Bilbao game away to Mallorca. Mallorca are flying this season as well, so that should be a good game. Yeah, that's Mallorca are 5th.
Yeah, they're in the top 5. I know.
Let's have a look. Oh, they dropped down over the weekend. Yeah, Osasuna won, didn't they? Yeah, so they're level on points with Bilbao, 7th versus 8th. Whoever wins goes up to joint 4th. So yeah, that should be a good game.
Ori Retro, yeah, it's the 2 only invincible teams in English football are up against each other.
Yeah, that's very true. There you go. All right, we're going to redirect to Northside. Spanish chat with Lee Raid. Bless up to everybody locked in. And big up Hendo as well. If we can't be bothered if we win or lose against Preston, because the later rounds will feature more Prem teams.
That's true.
Yeah, the Arsenal squad's 2 weeks to win a trophy. Thanks. Big up Danny as well, man. Big up Madawi. Big up everyone who's locked in. And we're out. Spam Northside chat. My roast dinner was banging. I ate it about about midnight. Before I jumped on Faz's stream. But yeah, we're out of here. Conky out.
Edu out.